It's so hard leaving the hospital and not leaving with your baby. I mean, no matter what you leave with, your arms feel empty. It's incredibly painful. So to have that keepsake and to, especially when there's prints on there, and I still touch his handprint. Every night before I go to bed, I touch his handprint, and even our daughter recognizes that it's Riker and those kinds of things. So just so that they have something tangible, that their baby is just always there. I vividly remember telling Hans how I was pregnant, and it was a little anticlimactic. We were at dinner, and we had just cooked dinner, and I had on a zip-up jacket, and I took the jacket off, and I had on a shirt underneath that said Preggers. So it was a very healthy pregnancy, very normal, minus the sickness, as that's expected. But Hans and I were in North Carolina on our last little family trip with Ellis, and there was a night, and we were laying in bed, and I said, I haven't felt Riker move in a little while, and he was pretty active. I was 37 weeks pregnant, or 36 at the time, so we delivered him when I was 37. And it was tough in general. You go in knowing you're going to deliver a baby who's not alive, and then it's in the middle of a global pandemic. The nurse was amazing, and she actually allowed my parents to come in and meet him and hold him and spend a little bit of time with him. So that was really meaningful too, that he got to meet his grandparents and his grandparents got to meet him. When we left the hospital, we were given a memory box, and we both knew what was supposed to be in that memory box because we were given one when we left with Ellis, a healthy baby. And I remember opening it, and it was a chapter book on grief, and I was just thinking in my head, I'll never read this. It was very thoughtful, but it was just very overwhelming. And I had told my mom about it, and she ended up buying me a book called Mommy, Please Don't Cry, There Are No Tears in Heaven. It's about 12 pages. And once I read it, I went to Hans and I was like, we have to get this into the hospital for other families. So we lost him on June 20th, and my birthday is July 1. And Facebook reminded me that it was my birthday and to do a fundraiser. So I went on Facebook. I had never done one before, and I just started creating one. And I accidentally posted the fundraiser, and it was all to raise money for the books. And I kind of had told our story a little bit in the fundraiser post, and I ran outside and told Hans, and I said I accidentally posted the fundraiser. I wanted to run it by you first. I don't know how to delete it, but donations just started rolling in. Immediately. And he was like, just go with it and see what happens. And we raised $14,000. So once that happened, we were like, well, $14,000 is a lot of money for books. I immediately went online and ordered my own plate, and when we got it in the mail, and it was just such a meaningful keepsake, my absolute favorite thing, I remember putting my hand on his little handprint, and I was like, this is what I want to do next, for the mamas. So it's kept him alive in his memory, and just to be able, it gives us an opportunity to be proud of him, of the things that he's able to do and the people he's able to impact. I think that's been probably one of the best ways for us to grieve, is to put our energy and our focus into Riker's Rainbow and just to help other families that are experiencing something similar.